Hey YouTube, this is Facia with Simply Lavish at Home. A couple of days ago, I posted my Oscar party that you can do in very little time. And as promised, I was going to talk today about the food that you can put together for your Oscar night get together. Now the Oscars is at minimum a 3-hour ceremony. So that means people are going to want to eat. But it's Sunday, so you don't want to have to do a lot of work to get people fed and entertained. So all the dishes that I put together today have only about 3 or 4 ingredients. And if you're well prepared, getting them done probably will take less than an hour. You can't really have a movie theme without having popcorn. So here I just took a few jars of popcorn and put them out along with some candy so people could feel free to nibble throughout the night. But if you want to have something a little more substantial, I made 3 dishes and a salad that take absolutely no time. The first I want to highlight is this pear and brie tart. It's not quite super sweet, it's not quite savory, so it's one of those nice things that you can eat at any point, and it's kind of fancy, so fitting in with the occasions. Just take my pizza tin, and you can use a cookie sheet and line that with parchment paper, and I'm just rolling out a store-bought pie crust, squeezing it back together where it ripped apart, and here I'm just putting on some brie. Then I had sliced some pears really thin with my mandolin. You can use a knife, obviously, and I am stacking them artfully around on top of the cheese. And you'll see I'll come in a little bit and sprinkle that with some brown sugar and then some salt, which you can't really see, but there's that salt I'm sprinkling on, and going around and crimping the edges of the tart. You can do this in a tart tin or a pie dish. I decided, if just to show you how to do it if you don't have one of those things, to put it right there on a cookie sheet or a pizza dish. Then I am brushing the sides with egg whites, and that's what it looks like after you bake it. I'm not even really sure. I didn't do any of this with a recipe, so I just baked it until the crust was golden brown, the cheese had melted, and the pears had softened. Next is some tortellini with pesto sauce. I just went and got some store-bought porcini mushroom tortellinis, boiled those up, and topping it with store-bought pesto right out of the jar, and mixed it about to incorporate it. And you can top that with some Parmesan cheese, and then you're good to go. And then I did some apricot glazed turkey meatballs. So again, started out with some frozen store-bought turkey meatballs, added them to a pot. You can also do this in a crock pot, but I didn't feel the reason to go out and get the big, pull out the big crock pot with something I can just as easily do in a pot and the stove. So then once I get those in there, I add some bottled chili sauce, that red chili sauce, and some apricot jam. Now, I'm sure a lot of people know that you can do this with barbecue sauce and grape jelly. I've seen that done 100 times, but for this occasion, to make it feel a little more fancy, I decided, well, why not apricot jelly? So once you put that on the stove, let that simmer till the meatballs are heated through, stirring occasionally to incorporate the jelly and the chili sauce. Get that all nice and hot. Plate it up, and you're ready to go. So that is it, folks. Tell me what you think. If you try any of these dishes, if you hosted an Oscar party, I'd love to hear about it. As always, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, and that cute little bell that'll tell you every time Simply Lavish at Home posts a video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Here's to living simply lavishly. Cheers.